Hi, folks. I'm live again on my page. I'm waiting for my event at 3. So we're just going to hang out for a few minutes, let folks hop on. But I really want you to go to the Facebook page, the Facebook group, I should say, not page, but the Facebook group that is the Crafty Bunch. So if you see me here and you're hopping on here, go join the Crafty Bunch. Or if you haven't joined already, you can hang out here and then afterwards go join the Crafty Bunch because there's an event in there. It was yesterday and today, and it's all the way until 10 o'clock tonight. So you're going to not want to miss it. And so Mama P will get me shared in just a minute. She is sharing all of the lives over in that group. Whoops, let me go back to where I needed to be. And okay, it looks like I am in there. So I can see comments. I'm in the bunch. She says, you're shared into the bunch. Thank you, Mama P. Hi, my name is Amanda with Simply Flamazing Art, the Creative Course Collab, and I am a curator for the ATC Mystery Box, which is changing its name and getting a little redesign to the Creative Curiosities Paper and Notions Pack. So welcome. If I'm new to you, come. I would love a follow. I love to teach people to paint. Today, however, we are working on a cigar box. This is a cigar box that Mama P sent me. And so we're going to work on upcycling this for, I don't know what, a catch-all, maybe to hold a journal, maybe to, I don't know. But I have this paper here from Decoupage Queen. And we're going to use some pen tart products. Need to figure out like which way I really want that on there. I think like that. And then I have this that's going to go on top. It might be a little busy, but we're going to break it up a little bit. So I think it's going to be okay when we're done. We'll see. It might be a little busy. I might have tried to put those papers together before. I think it's going to be fine. I did do some prep because I have lots of plans for this box. And so I went ahead and painted this white. I went ahead and cast some castings for this that we're going to use. This is Pen Tart Decoupage Medium. Hi, Texas Breeze Creations. Oh, thank you. Midwest Angel Boutique. I love it. Queen Bees, Bits and Bubbles. Ooh, that sounds fun. I love bits and bobbles. I love little things. We use those in our packs for the Creative Curiosities pack, Paper and Notions pack. And so, love the bits and bobbles. Got a little piece of sawdust in there. Get that out. This is decoupage glue that I'm using. Hey, Babs, Creating with Love and Whimsy. And Rose Haas Crafts. You were on yesterday. I think I saw you yesterday. I love that little thing you did. I'm new to some of you, so, and trust me when I say this is more on me than anything. I have a tough time remembering names, and so I will know everyone and like be able to look at your stuff and know who did it before long. But until then, I think you did the little doll that held all of the bracelets, or maybe you were the one before that one. I don't know. See, I get confused. I get confused easy. Hey, Dina, how are you? So I shouldn't say stuff when I'm like, I don't know. But, you know, I do. All right, we're just going to put this on kind of where I folded it a little bit. We're going to, if not, it's going to be fine. I don't even care that it opens. We'll cut that. I'm doing well. I'm doing good. I loved what you did last night. That little pumpkin with the crow was so cute, and you blinged it all up. I loved it. Hey, Adora. Hopefully I said that right. I'm not the best when it comes to pronouncing. So we're just going to get that on there. That's on there pretty good. And I'm just going to sand it off. We're going to worry about it opening in a minute. I've got to just let it dry first, though. And then I'm going to show you what I do. This is how I do, like, furniture, drawers, etc. I found it's easy if you just don't even worry about it. Like, I don't do a whole lot of furniture, but the furniture that I have done, I've done this way, and it always works out really nice. So I've done a few pieces of furniture. And I've got a big project to do that I'm just like, I have been stalling on because I'm like, I don't know exactly what I want to do with it yet. It's a big cabinet. I got it almost a year ago now. And it's in my studio. It holds all my rice papers from my website. I carry the Decoupage Queen. I carry several different brands of rice papers. And so it holds all my rice papers. But it has like 26 drawers, I think. I think there's 13 on each side. And so we're just gonna pop that off. And then I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute. Look how pretty that is, just like that, right? That's so pretty. Set that aside for a minute. We're gonna let that dry. And then I'm gonna go ahead and decoupage on this. This is just a piece of cardboard. I wanted to raise this. And so what we're going to do is I will swap this out. I'll just set this over here and let it dry. And then we're going to decoupage. We're going to decoupage this on. It is pretty, isn't it? I love it. I have been wanting to use that paper since it came in. And I hadn't found the right project for it. And today I had like 3 things in mind to do. And then I narrowed it to 2. And then I was working on like the one thing I kind of thought. And then out of the blue, this one, like not even had thought of it, popped into my head. And so, and I was like, oh, let's do that. Do y'all do that? Are y'all creative like that? That like thinks you're going to do one thing, starts on it, and then another idea just inspires you more so than the one that you were working on? So I'm going to put a little bit of this decoupage glue on top also. This is going to act as a sealant because we are going to, I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to put some crackle on this. We're going to crackle this. I kind of have a vision for this that we'll see. We'll see if it all comes to fruition. It's okay. That's going to get covered up. Okay. Oh, you're holding a baby. A grandbaby. I love it. Mine are too big to hold. I have 2 grand. children, and they're from my stepson. But one's 18 and one's 13. Will be 14 next month. So they too big to cuddle anymore. All right, so we're gonna dry that. I think so. And then I've got some castings that I did. I'm hoping it'll be pretty. We'll see. I kind of have a vision for it. And I'm kind of seeing it hold a journal. I don't know. I have something about boxes. Oh, hi, Lynn. How are you? My name's Amanda. And so I have, I kind of have a thing for like journals and boxes. I don't know. So like create the box or create the journal and then create the whichever to go with, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be in any order. I just kind of have a thing for that. Okay, so when you're using Crackle, there's two parts. Unless you use the one that's just the one part Crackle, but that's a different thing. The pen tart has two parts. Part one, and you need a clean brush that is a dry, clean brush. Part one is the same. It doesn't matter what kind of Crackle you're using. Part one is the same. Okay. So whether you're using the classic or the random or the, I don't know, there's several different ones. There's the fine line, there's the whatever, and you want to kind of put it on thick because that's actually aids in your Crackle. And so you can see I'm kind of applying it thick, and you can actually apply this with a palette knife. You can use, you know, you don't have to use a brush. I'm using this brush. Probably shouldn't use this brush. This brush is giving it a lot of extra lines. But anyway, because my brushes, I'm terrible, y'all. Don't do what I do to my brush. I treat my brushes horrible. They're crusty. They're crusty and rusty, most of them. It's okay. So it's going to be milky. And the way you know that it's ready for the next step is as it dries. And we're going to dry this. But in an ideal state, you would just walk away and let this dry. And it would take a little while, depending on how thick it was. But you would just let that dry. Hey, Kelly, how are you, girlfriend? So, and don't use a wet brush. Like if you wash your brush and, you know, a damp brush, don't use that or it's going to mess up your Crackle. So always go with the clean, dry brush. And we're going to dry this. And then we're going to put step 2 on. Hey, Tony, how are you? Whew. My finger stuck to it. And we're crackling. It's a piece of decoupage paper. It's a girl with some flowers. We're going to put it on a cigar box that we just decoupaged. Good, I'm glad. Anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? And if you're seeing me on my page, go over to the Crafty Bunch. It's a Facebook group called The Crafty Bunch. And It's the grand reopening. Cheryl from Mama P's Creation is taking it over, and she's doing some awesome stuff in there. And I am very proud and happy to be one of the presenters in that group. Along with some amazing creatives. I watched everyone's live yesterday. I had to catch up last night on a few because I had some things yesterday evening that I had to do. But I caught up, and everyone's pieces were so cute. I was a little nervous, guys, not gonna lie. I was like, ooh, I'm among some amazing talent. So, but on my page, I go live daily for 20 minutes. Well, it's a little longer than 20 minutes. We paint for 20 minutes. It's called the Paint With Me for 20 minutes. We're doing the 100-hour challenge. And so it's been a lot of fun. So come join me over there if you want to learn how to paint. Or if you're like, I can't paint and I know you can come join me and I'll show you how. But I paint at noon, lunch, Eastern time. I started to say noon, lunchtime, y'all. Noon, Eastern time. And we start and we go for 20 minutes and we stop. All right, I'm just going to let that hang out for a minute. Ooh, who wants to float? I would like for that to get a little more clear before I put the next step on, but it really doesn't matter, guys. Now, you won't see your crackle until the next step, the next part. I'm going to go ahead and apply the next part. And that's part 2. Now, all of the crackle, if you're using Pentart, except for the fine line products, you can just seal with regular water-based sealer. And you have to do that or the crackle continues. Again, you want a nice thick. This is a lot more transparent than the milky white. But you still want a nice, good coat. And even though there's some white spots there, they will clear up. It's just still wet underneath, and so it will clear up. Oh, no. Yes, definitely go back and watch because it was some really good. Hey, Deb, how are you? Good to see you. Again, this should be a walk away. You should walk away and let the crackle happen naturally. But because we're on a timetable, I'm going to use the dryer and dry. But guys, Lordy have mercy, am I getting crackle? Am I getting cracks? We're going to set this aside though, and we're going to give it a little time. It is cracked all to pieces. I don't know if y'all can see that crack. I think you can see them. Can you see them? Oh, yes. You got to support Cheryl. Yes, Cheryl is amazing. We all love Cheryl and definitely want to support her and want to support the Crafty Bunch and all that she is doing here for the crack. It is nice crackle, isn't it? It might be a little too much. Maybe I'll put it on a little too thick, Melissa. but that's all right. I would like for these white spots to kind of clear up here. They will in time. And no, even though this thing can get really hot, it's not hot. It's not set for, it's just set on 200. So I'm not going to burn it. I'm just trying to get it dry underneath so it will go clear. But we might have too much crackle in this because we got a lot of crackle. And when I put that when we put the brown in there, it's gonna show too. All right, let's bring back our box. Our box will have been dry by now. Pretty much. I'm gonna give it just a little because I want to make sure that paper is dry where I'm gonna cut. It's very important to get a nice line. Usually what I do when I'm working on furniture is I decoupage it and I walk away and I let it sit overnight. And then that way I know it's dry. The paper is dry all the way through. Because then you can cut it and it gets a nice straight edge. Yes, she is. She is definitely doing some amazing things in that group. So with that group, I'm very, very happy to be part of that group. That happens. Don't worry. We'll fix it. This razor blade is obviously super dull and it drug the paper, or maybe I just didn't stay on my line. Sometimes that happens. We fix stuff like that. That's no big deal. We don't worry about that. I may have gotten off my line and cut it, and then it just, of course, is going to raise up because I cut it. Okay. That stuff happens. We'll fix it. See how it's pulling right there and you're getting like this like little thing? It's because it's not dry all the way through. Gotta make sure you cut all the way through. You're just gonna be a pain, aren't you? And do the wrong thing right there. Okay. And we've got a nice smooth thing. We just need to fix this area right here, which we can do with a little bit of paint. It is so pretty. Can you imagine just like that with a little bit of on a junk journal, the front of the cover of a junk journal is what I'm saying. I don't know why I said a little bit of. I think I was thinking about what I was going to put here just to kind of blend that in just a little bit right there. It's not perfect, but it's not gonna really show a whole lot. So it's gonna be fine. And so okay. So now we've got a nice, and what I want to do is I want to paint some stripes. I've got these different colors here, and I'm thinking just some stripes on the side with these different colors, just kind of going in some sort of an order. I felt like these colors really matched the box well, went with the box really well. And so let me just so who here has seen all of the creatives so far? I have seen everyone today so far. I saw everyone yesterday before I went to bed. I made sure I saw everyone. So we're just going to go and we're going to just go around, and I'll start with this color since this color was there. I don't know what order I want yet, but we'll figure that out. I'm just going to, I'm not going to measure anything. It's just going to be by eye. Probably will be sorry for that, but girlfriend is not a measurer, I can tell you. Like, that just sucks my joy right out of me if I have to like sit here and figure out like what's a number. I'm just going to go around and make it somewhat the same size and be happy with that. Somewhat the same width, because I can't do it. Don't want to do it. Ugh, me and my brushes. I guess so. Let me see if I can get that clean enough that I can have two brushes going. Hey, Sheila, how are you? Crafting and Cruising, how are you? Love that name. So I think I'm going to put this yellow. Do I want the orange? I think we're going to go in this order. I don't know. Maybe like that color, and that color. Or maybe like that. What y'all think? Y'all tell me, what do you think would be the best order to go? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I like that. I think I like that better. What y'all think? We're going to go with it. Just because I only have so much time and I want to get all the stuff done. But if I don't get all of it painted across, you'll see what I'm doing and you'll know like what I'm doing. And we'll just do one side maybe if time comes of an essence. But this does have like something stamped on it. It says Olivia series, something like that. I'm just going to kind of tap in just so that white isn't blaring out. That kind of looks circus-ish, doesn't it? We'll see. If I don't like it, guess what? We'll paint over it. I'll paint over it later. But I have to be able to see it to know if I don't like it. The beauty of paint is just paint. Oh, I think that's gonna be pretty because we're gonna do some separation. And so we're gonna be separating those a little bit. So I think it's gonna be okay. You've been missing everything. Oh no. I'm sorry, Sheila, but the good thing about it is in the group, all the replays are right there. So you can go back and you can see everyone who went yesterday and everyone who went earlier today. And then the rest of the day you can hang out if time permitting. And if not, well, there's always the replay. We love you to be here live with us, but we understand. Sometimes life gets in the way of doing the fun stuff, right? I always say that. Oh, yes, you could. Yes, you could. Because it's just like eyeballing it. It's like, I think that's okay. And the thing is, the more you worry about something, the harder it becomes. Like, just don't think about it. Just strike the line and go. You can always fix it. You know, you can always like go back, paint over it. We're our own worst critics. Hey, Kim. I almost went in the wrong color. I was like, oh, that's the wrong color. The colors look a little like Halloween, don't they? But when you look at it like that, it looks really good. And I have some gold that I'm going to put on there to break it up a little bit. So I think it's going to end up being really nice. Well, that turned out pretty good. I'm not going to be mad at that. What time do we have? 2:31. Okay. I don't know that I will be able to get all the way around. We might be able to speed it up. I don't know. I don't want to. Yeah, we probably will have time. Let's just go for it. It would help if I had 4 brushes, right? Exactly. You just paint over it. That is sometimes hard to, because you get so caught up. I know I do too sometimes, and you're so excited and then something doesn't work right and you're like, oh no. And then you're like, I can just paint over it. Just put a Post-it note up in your work area. It's okay because I can paint over it. Thank you. I really am in love with these colors too. Part of me is like, do I just paint the hinge and like be like, oh, it's just like part of that? Or do I let the hinge stand out? I don't know yet. I don't know what I want to do with the hinge. Yet to make my mind up about that. Part of me is like, just paint over it. I think for right now, I'm going to just paint over it. May have to break that paint loose when we come time to open it and it work, but that's okay. We can do that. Need to make it a little bit wider. We're not quite as wide as we are with that other one. There we go. That's better. That's better. Used to throw everything away, and now, let me guess, you save everything, right? Yeah, I just turn that over in that. I know. Crafting makes you think about what you're going to throw out. I love crafting, but it does make you think, like, dang, I threw that stuff away. I wish I had it back. My husband sometimes says that I'm a hoarder. I'm like, I'm not a hoarder because it's not trash. You're only a hoarder if you're keeping like true trash, like trash bags of trash. Like, I don't keep stuff like that. I'm just selective of what goes in the trash bag. Like, I might need that junk mail. So that's how I look at it. I know they do. Although I will say, I can't say this too loud because I don't want him to hear me. But there are moments when I look at my studio and I'm like, Amanda, you need to have a clean out day. You need a clean out day, girlfriend. So, but it's fun though. It's fun to think about what you can make with stuff, you know. I mean, I like that aspect. Like, what can I do with it? What can I turn it into? How can I use it? And I love paint. I have an obsession with paint, not gonna lie. I could paint the world over and start again. Not bragging, just saying that's how much paint I have in this house. Like, it's obscene amount of paint, and different paint too. Like, different brands, different, all kind of stuff. But I do have a little bit of an obsession when it comes to paint. I need all the paint. Okay. Hey, Jenny, how are you? Good to see you. Keeping an eye on my time. I only have an hour. So we're probably going to get this side done and the other side done, or this side, the one we did, and this side done before I move on and finish the other stuff. I can always come back and do this if we have time at the end. I really just kind of wanted to do this so you could see what my plan was for the next step. Whoops, wrong color. Wrong color. Thank you, Rose. They just speak fall to me. They scream and fall. And I know it's technically not fall. We're still in August, or it's just turning August, right? Which I can't believe, by the way. I can't believe we're already at August. But like July went by and with like blink my eye and July was gone. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I definitely feel that way. But this just screamed a fall to me. I'm kind of ready for fall to hit. I'm ready for it to get cooler. because we've had some really hot weather here. So I don't think we're going to work out quite as good as we did. I could make this one just a tad bit bigger, and maybe it'll work out. We'll see. Tad bit bigger. I know, Sheila. I know. I'm the same way. I am the exact same way. Somebody does something with a different brand, and I'm like, ooh, I need that one. And then I need that one. But they do, I mean, it's just like it's different. Okay, that's not too bad. They're pretty consistent, right? They're consistent enough that makes me happy for me. Now we'll do this side and this side the same. We're going to let those dry, but we're going to move on right now to this other. I can get that out the way for a minute. And so actually I need that, but that's okay. So now that this is dry, I'm going to go ahead and just pop my tops on real quick. Just because I don't want my paints drying. And it will probably be after the live when I go back to those. $100 in Central Washington. Oh, wow. Wow. Like Washington State's been 100 degrees. That blows my mind. I mean, for us to be 100 degrees, I'm in Virginia. For here, it's not that big a deal because, you know, we do reach 100 degrees. We have humidity and all of that. But I think of like Washington to be like warmer, you know. One of the things I want to do, or I was thinking to do, y'all tell me, is to use the contour liner or possibly the glitter, but I'm thinking maybe more the contour liner. Let's just see if I can get any out. Oh yeah. And kind of separate the lines. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to see. Ooh, that's crooked. My arm went all kind of crazy on that. See if we can fix it just a little bit. We might be able to fix it. We somewhat survived it. Come on. Steady, 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 steady is the key. I'm not keeping steady pressure. So I'm getting wavy lines, which is not good. So usually if you just keep steady pressure, you hold it up above your piece, you'll get a nice straight line. You get too close to your piece or you have an unsteady hand like right now, you get the little bumps in there. It's okay. It's just for me. I'm all right with it. I'm going to do a little bubble at the top. and a little bubble at the bottom. The thing I love about this is it kind of just forms its own little ball. Even though you stop and you have like a little nipple like thing, it'll just turn into a ball. And so you don't have to worry about it. I'm just eyeballing it. Trying to keep it somewhat in a row. Look how cute that is. That's going to be super cute. So I'm going to do that all the way around. And I may do something on the corner too. We'll see about the corners. I probably will once I paint all of the corners all the way around. I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of a light because I don't want it to run. As we're doing the rest, it'll probably dry for a little bit. So I'm just going to hit it here, and then we're going to leave it, and I'm going to go back to my, what's my time? We got 15 minutes. Woo, Lord, an hour goes by quick when you got lots of steps, doesn't it? The one thing I didn't get out was my dark umber paste. Where is it at? I do carry many of the Pen Tart products. I don't carry the paints, but I do carry most of the Pen Tart products on my website. The paints I don't carry because it's just too much, too much. So give me a brush that I don't care about. We're just going to get this umber in here. We'll be able to see all of our crackle. We got so much crackle, we almost got like a fine line crackle going. What is that? Something on it, I don't know. You could have also used an antiquing gel. That would have been nice for this too. But we're just going to put this all over it. And then we're just going to wipe it off. Hey, Mary, how are you? We just want it to get down in those cracks. We don't want it to be all over everything else. But my cracks are so, it's so cracked that it's almost all over everything anyway. So it doesn't matter because the cracks are like all over it. Look at those cracks. But I kind of love it. It looks so old. Getting ready for your segment tonight. Yay. I can't wait to see you and what you do. And so another tip for when you're using a wax paste, if you get it really thick and you're like, I'm not really like it, hit it with a little heat. And that will melt it and it will get it down in those cracks and you can wipe it away really easy. And so now, one thing I have planned that I'm not going to be able to put on my box is I have this planned for, I should have, instead of doing the back side, I should have thought and done this side because I have this planned to go on the front. But you know what? I might put it on the back. I think I'm going to put it on the back, guys. I think we did right. Because this is going to go on, this is a casting, and so, and of course it would have broken, because why would it have not have broken? Because, you know, that's just the way it is, or the way it does, or whatever you want to say. But we can put it back together. When we stick it on, we'll put it back together. But that's going to go on there like that. And I'll paint that up and put that on there. But since we only have like 10 minutes, let's work on the top of the box. Yeah, I did a lot of stuff up ahead of time. I was like, oh, we'll be able to finish this now. Nope. It's okay. I will finish it and post pictures of it. Let's see, we're going to put this on here. We're going to center this. And I'm going to use some heavy body gel. I'll make sure I don't put my fingers in the side. I just did it on the side and got 3 dots on my fingers. Don't do that, Amanda. Now, I like to use heavy body gel to glue my stuff down with. Especially when I have like stuff like this, or I have castings, because I can tell you this heavy body gel, it's not going anywhere. It's like cemented on. You put this stuff on it and you put it down, it tacks quickly and it's cemented on. Just don't put it upside down like I almost did. Oh, I got a little lift right there, but that's okay. I will fix that. Hold on. I'm off thumbs all of a sudden. 51. Okay. We got 9 minutes. So we're going to put that down. And then I have these. Now we're going to paint these. Once we get them down, we can paint them. And I kind of want to just, this is clay. Stick them on and bend it down a little bit, because make sure I get it in that center. I want it to be in the center. I want this to meet the board. I might have should have picked a little bigger border. This is a mold from Prima. It's a redesign mold. Maybe should have picked one a little bit wider. Thank you. It should be when we're done. Hopefully it will be when we're done. Now, this will dry clear, so you won't see. If there's a little bit sticking out, we'll wipe it away, but you won't see it. It will dry, and it will dry clear. So, and we will seal this, but I want to seal this with some pouring glaze, so I'm going to get this all around it. And then I'm going to put pouring glaze on top of that. So that's how I'm going to seal that. So it's going to look almost like if it were like a metal thing around on top. That's my plan. Is for it to look like it's a metal jewelry piece almost. So up next after me at 3 p.m. Central Time is Bev's Creating with Love and Whimsy. So you only have to refresh the page, the Facebook group. And if you are a creative like me and you're not part of the Crafty Bunch, but you're like, wow, maybe I want to be, reach out to Mama P. I think she is still taking on crafters who are interested in being part of this group. It's an awesome group. The ladies are awesome in there. We have a little private chat. It's wonderful. So if you're interested in being a potential presenter, reach out to her. Okay, come on. Did I not put the right piece in the right place? Maybe not. Maybe not. It's okay. I think that piece was supposed to go there, and then I'd have room for the next piece. And I think this piece was supposed to go here. I'm not sure because I've gotten it all confused now. I had laid it out, but of course, you know, stuff happens. And then you pick up the wrong piece. And you're like, that doesn't go there. I don't think that goes there. I don't know where it goes. But we'll figure it out. The good thing is this glue dries clear. So, got 4 more minutes. I had to break some to make it work. And I think I plan on putting the broken ones on the bottom down here. But somehow I picked up the broken ones and put them up top. But that's okay. It'll all be okay. We're not gonna fret over it. I can tell you that right now. Because if you know me, you know I don't fret over this stuff. It just all works or it doesn't work, and it's all good. And we just keep working with it until it does work. Like right here, we're going to fit that in there. I kind of want the flower to not be lost underneath, but then everything else we're just going to fit. I want it to be like a frame around here. So that's the goal, is to make it like a little frame. Then I've got this piece here that will fit between there and there. Now I just have a couple holes to fill, which I will fill. Yeah, stay tuned for Bev. She'll be up in just a couple of minutes. And I will, while I'm watching her for a few minutes, I will finish this up and post pictures of it in the group once it's done. I've got to run an errand. I got to take care of my sister's dog. So I got to go do that. And just a couple more minutes. We'll just break off what we don't need, and then we'll mold on to meat. And when this dries, it's going to dry hard. You're not going to be able to move it after it dries. So it's going to be on there. Now I'm going to take a brush and just rinse off any excess that I have. And so I'm going to say bye, but I hope you come follow me. I hope you come and be a part of my page. And I hope you decide to paint with me some on my daily paints. And so again, my name's Amanda. I'm a Simply Flamazing Art, the Creative Course Collab, and the Creative Curiosities Paper and Notions pack. So I am so excited that you were here with me today. I am so honored to be part of the Crafty Bunch. I hope you stay in this group and you just refresh. And Bev's Creating with Love and Whimsy is up probably right now. So you all have a great rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all sometime really soon. I'm going to wait till my time before I say bye. So I was like quicker than the minute, I guess. I don't know. A minute. There we go. Bye. She's up. Go see her. Refresh.